We are live. Thursday live stream. You guys already know because I do a live stream every Thursday, and we talk about a specific topic. Let's go ahead. Let me get the comment window open so that I can see you guys. Let's see who's joining us. Hopefully, we got some people in here. Let's see. Give me a second, guys. Let me pop out the chat window to make it efficient. Need to make this efficient. It's not showing me anyone yet, although there is a bit of a lag. All right, we got some people in here. So today I wanted to talk about limited editions, okay? Because if you saw my last video, you would know I kind of gave you guys a sneak peek of my Fuyugashiki edition, Seiko Presage, and I really like that watch. I like that watch a lot. I would go as far as to say I love that watch, but it is a limited edition, okay? Whatever that means. Well, I actually do know what that means. What that means is they made 7,000 of them, all right, as opposed to the hundreds of thousands of production models, regular production models they make. So why do I say it's unfortunately a limited edition? Well, I'm going to get into it a little bit more when some more people join us. There's 55 viewers, but we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of why I don't like limited editions, especially from companies like Seiko. We're going to do that when we hit closer to 100. So for now, let's do a little wristwatch check, guys. What are you wearing? I'm wearing my Seiko SKX 007 on a Wrist Candy Watch Club leather strap. And it's funny because it doesn't rain much in Los Angeles. And every other state, come wintertime, it snows. In Los Angeles, it just rains. That's our version of snow. And it doesn't even rain that often, but it's been raining a lot here. So I figured I got to wear a waterproof watch because I'm going to be hopping outside of the office after this live stream. Let's see who is here. We got 6Killer2121. How was your day, bro? Brady, Roland, Kingfish. We got Wristwatch Enthusiast. We got Dino Steiner. What's going on? Croatia. Caleb, obviously in here. Christian M. What is going on, everybody? Valen, Rob Pratt, Florian from Germany, Peter from Serbia. Dude, we're worldwide today, guys. Andrew Pereira, of course. Yo, is it raining up in San Fran? See, in San Fran in Northern California, it's always like pretty foggy and like a little chillier than it is in Southern California where I am. But here it is like raining, like big drops of rain. We got our first certified T3 watch bought of the live stream. Rashiki is here. He's wearing his first mechanical watch, a Seiko 5 SNZ G15. Reed Grabowski is here, checking in from Virginia. So we have around, RP's from the Bay Area also. Heck yeah. Okay, so we have around 100 viewers here. Marissa, morning from my mom's house. The reason she says that is because she's my sister. What's up, Marissa? So, okay, because we have 96 viewers here right now. So I said we'd get into the meat and potatoes when we hit 100 viewers. So the reason I don't like live streams, I almost said. The real reason I don't like doing these, no, the real reason I don't like limited editions, especially from companies like Seiko, and it's kind of a silly reason, is because I typically do fall for the trap of being interested in those watches. Like, they're cool looking watches, right? Seiko's, not all their limited editions, like their divers, some of their limited edition turtles and samurais, and like some of their limited edition sumos. I think it's the sumos I'm thinking of. I have not liked. I've not liked. Some of the colors are just kind of out there, and I've not been interested. But for some reason, these like the Blue Moon, these limited edition Presages that have come out, I've really, really wanted. The Blue Moon was my biggest regret. I saw some spec coverage of that watch, and I was like, oh, I might jump on that, but I was on the fence, and I didn't make a decisive. I didn't take decisive action on pre-ordering that watch, and the second it was released, it was scooped up, and I missed out. And so that was one of my big regrets. I really liked that. And then some of these other Presage limited edition dials that they've released with really cool, intricate texturing, I thought was really, really awesome. Really, really cool to look at. It's just kind of silly how they consecutively keep releasing limited releases. It's kind of frustrating. And as I said in my last video, yesterday's episode, if every release is limited, then like it takes away the fun of there even being limited edition releases. So it's I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. I wanted to jump on here and kind of converse with you because it is kind of annoying. But so when I saw the Fuyuga Shiki edition with the blue hands, the gorgeous texturing, I remember looking at that and I was staring at it on Instagram. I was like, man, this thing's gorgeous. But typically, if you see it on Instagram, it's already been released somewhere and it's going to be sold out. Luckily, I saw it very, very, very early on. I have my ways. The time teller has his ways. But Connie was looking over my shoulder and she noticed. And I don't know how because I don't ever talk about like reference numbers with her or anything, but she has her ways. She was kind of, you know how women have that laser vision. She was peeping on that, and she actually surprised me with one this Hanukkah. So yeah, and everybody's saying Happy Hanukkah in the live stream. So Happy Hanukkah, Alex, Shalom, Shilk Khan, Happy Hanukkah, everyone. Let's see. Rurik says greetings from Maine. Woo, chilly up in Maine. Dude, Kevin Yeager, a bunch of people are wearing SKXs in the live stream. I'm just looking. Brian Roberts from Wales. Shimron, happy Hanukkah. So yeah, guys, I see Miguel said it's a marketing trick. Yeah, see, I understand. They're building hype with these limited editions. So it's like, but the messed up thing is it kind of works, right? A lot of people in yesterday's in yesterday's comment section in the video I released, they were like, "Oh, you know who's the king of limited editions? Omega," and that's unfortunately true. Omega is almost worse about it than Seiko is. It's like, Brian LP, certified T3 bot. He's wearing an SKX on a Super Oyster. I'm actually going to pick up a Super Oyster and do a review on this one. But yeah, because everyone in my comment section has one, so he's like, it's about time I get one and show it off on the channel. But yeah, so Omega frustrates people similarly because of their limited editions. And it's funny because you order them from their site and they put you on this like waiting list, and a ton of people are trying to refresh the page. And I remember when the new Ultraman model got released. People were freaking out because they thought they had one allocated for themselves, and it ended up like being waitlisted. The thing is, I also liked that Ultraman. I also really liked that new Ultraman edition. Didn't get one though because by the time, um, I could even get to it, it's already on the secondhand market, like marked up twice the price. So it's like not worth it. James K. Beep boop certified T3 bot. But yeah, guys, sound off in the comment section. I want to know. I want to know how you guys feel about this. Yeah, Reed says Omega is the king of limited releases. Christian M asks, are independent watchmakers considered limited editions? I don't think so, because they don't ever do the opposite, right? They don't have mass produced pieces. So if you're going for like an independent, if you're looking at an independent watchmaker's watches, everything they have is limited. So they're a very niche subset of the market. So you can't really classify them as having limited editions when like literally the only thing they do, they only make their products in small batches, if that makes sense. But then when on the flip side, when you look at companies like Seiko and Omega, they do churn out mass produced watches, but then some of them are a little bit more limited, and then they have huge marketing campaigns for them. Shilk says greetings from Israel. I'm reading comments, guys, by the way. So if you see me like zoning out, it's because I'm reading the comments. Untapped Hip Hop says the Japanese superhero Ultraman. Yes. People, when I talk about that watch, people are like, "What?" Yeah, Omega has a history with Ultraman, as in Japanese Ultraman. Rurik says limited edition to 500,000 pieces is kind of silly to my mind. I don't know any company that has released a limited to 500,000 pieces. I've never heard of that, but Christian says, I wish Seiko would release a limited edition SKX with the NH35 sapphire crystal and bracelet upgrade. They would never do that. And if they ever did that, it would be 3 times the price of what you pay for an SKX. So Jasper for Changing says, what about Grand Seiko limited edition? Same, different, different. It's same, but different. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually totally different. Grand Seiko does not release limited, like it's not on the same scale as Seiko Presage has been doing it. Um, yeah, and for some reason, these Grand Seiko limited editions are much more attainable, or not attainable. They're much more available than the limited edition Seikos, and the reason is obviously because there's a large price differential here, right? So the issue is that when Grand Seiko releases a limited edition, it is very, very expensive, which is in some ways um, kind of prohibitive for a lot of people. Whereas because let's be honest, when Grand Seiko releases a limited edition, it's going to be creeping above 10K. When Seiko Presage releases a limited edition, it's most likely going to be maybe around the $1,000 mark. So it's much more easy to scoop up a bunch of these limited Presages, thus drying up the market. Whereas no one's going to go. I mean, maybe some crazy resellers that have a ton of capital up front are maybe able to buy a couple limited edition Grand Seikos, but it's not on the same scale. Christian M, you pretty much asked the same question earlier. You said thoughts on micro brands, limited editions. It's the same thing as an independent. I know micro and independent are technically different, but micro brands make things typically in pretty small batches. So if everything they make is fairly limited, then you can't really, yeah, it's silly. I know micro brands will come out maybe with 4 dial variants, and 1 dial variant is like is a bit more limited than the others, but it's whatever. James says, personally, I avoid the limiteds of all lines. Reschke, Certified T3 Bot says, the Presage Shippo Enamel is my favorite limited edition so far. Yeah, that one looks great. Their enamel dials, Seiko's enamel dials are crazy. Are crazy. And I mean crazy beautiful. Reed asks, what should be the number for a limited edition for a major manufacturer? 1,000, 3,000, 7,500? Well, see, that's a great question. I don't know if I'm able to answer that, because the thing is, with major manufacturers, they do make hundreds of thousands of watches, maybe more of each watch. They make a ton of them. The thing is, I was not expecting to be able to get my hands on the Fuyuga Shiki dial. I did not think I'd be able to get one. It was limited to 7,000. 7,000 seems like a lot of watches, right? Well, there are a lot of people that love Seikos. Just from I mean, I have close to 60,000 subscribers. Thank you guys, each and every one of you. I love you guys. A lot of that, let's see, I have just under 59,000 subscribers right now, last time I checked. And again, I'm so blessed. I love each and every one of you. You guys rock. But out of those 59,000 subscribers, a lot of them are avid Seiko enthusiasts. And a lot of them are people that are actively buying these pieces, right? So when a watch that I want is limited to 7,000, I mean, just out of my viewership alone, that eats away at that number big time. So I don't know what the ideal number for a limited edition is. I think the more the merrier, because I want as many people possible to be able to get their hands on these watches, because I know how bummed I felt when I wasn't able to get a Blue Moon enamel dial. So, and I know a lot of people are writing to me being like, oh, what's the Fuyuga Shiki dial? Where can I get it? Where can I get it? It's difficult to find now. So it's, yeah. And therein lies my like beef with limited editions. Certified T3 Bot, Reschke, James, they're both trying to get the likes pumped up. Reed is trying to get the likes pumped up. Thank you so much, guys. I can't tell how many likes there are on the video right now, but there are 143 viewers. So let's get the likes up. I heart sushi. I also heart sushi. He's asking if I'm gonna get the Dawn Gray Seiko. I think they look cool, but I'm not jumping at that one. Honestly, the next guys, there's only 23 likes. There's like 150 viewers in here. Come on, get those likes up to 100, guys, please. It seriously helps the channel out a ton. So just click that like button, please, please. So here's the deal. The next, outside of there being some ridiculously cool Presage model that comes out that I haven't seen yet, the next limited edition Seiko I want is that Blue Moon. I really would like to add that the original Blue Moon enamel to my collection. Um, that would make me really happy. So the thing is, I have other watches on my list that I'm going for. So it's like when will I get it? Who knows? But I would like it because number one, that's one of the um, that's one of the watches I did have my eye on initially. And number two, it would be really cool to show you guys that enamel dial on the channel. So yeah. But who knows? I mean, Seiko on the I am complaining a lot about their limited editions, but on the flip side of it, Seiko is crushing it with their detailing, right? Like these dials they're putting out right now are crazy. Dude, I spent like I'm not kidding, when she gave it to me that night, I spent like an hour just staring at that watch through my macro lens because I wanted to look at like how they did that is crazy, guys. And the fact that they release those watches retail for under $1,000, it's crazy to me. No other company does that. The bad thing is that they're so attainable that scalpers gobble them up, and then they're sitting on them on the secondhand market, trying to sell them for $2,000. It's crazy. And then collectors like you and I, we're not going to pay $2,000 for those watches. There's used Blue Moons, like used ones, worn ones, going for like 1,500-1,700 bucks. I want just like a clean, brand new one. So it's like I'd rather put that money probably to another watch. I might be picking up another Rolex. I might be doing whatever, but yeah. Adam Heckman says worst limited edition offender, Omega. Um, yeah, Omega's up there. We covered that. Omega is very frustrating with their limited editions as well. David says greetings all the way from Temecula. You're not that far off, dude. You're an hour tops from Los Angeles, where I am, right? The thing is, you have to add traffic to that. So I'm looking at comments, by the way, guys. Pilrician asks what my favorite color combo for a watch is. It's hard to say. It depends on the watch. I get that question a lot, but it honestly depends on the watch. Because like, I really like black dials, but I also really love white dials. Right? I have the Polar. I have the Explorer 16570 Polar dial, and then I have that Fuyugashiki dial, which is like a gorgeous white. So, and then everything in between. I am a sucker for blued hands. Okay, blue hands. And I think blue hands on a light colored dial, like a white or a cream dial, that might be my answer to your question. If it's like a white or a cream dial with blue hands, I am an absolute sucker for that. I think that is maybe one of the most beautiful combinations a watch can have, just from a dial perspective. Brian LP, certified T3 bot, says blue hands on the snowflake dial equals Jory's delight. You are absolutely right, Brian. You are absolutely right. Spot on. Chevy Guy 234 says, just took a look. Blue Moon enamel is a stunner. You're absolutely right, man. Again, I kick myself. I had the opportunity to pick one up. I I didn't at the time, and then they just like blew up in price, and I was like, well, live and you learn. Robert Sanchez says, "What's up, Jory? What's going on, man?" Jalapuki says, "Pauses are too long." Yeah, Reshki, reading a lot of comments takes time, bud. Thank you, Reshki. Jalapuki, I know I make it look super easy and flawless to be the time teller, but it actually takes like some effort. Please give me a break, guys. Jordan Smith, what's going on, man? But yeah, guys, so James Certified T3 Bot says Jory speed reads our comments. No, I try to get everybody in here, guys. So Christian asks, like, what percentage should a limited edition be marked up, and this and that. Christian says pauses are too long without the Vietnamese iced coffee. I'm actually drinking UCC Black. I don't know if you know about this. Any of my Asian, specifically Japanese viewers out there, I have a bunch of these in my fridge, and I drink these because really good black coffee. Love this stuff. Super smooth, not bitter. You just drink it black. You don't need any cream or sugar. So good. So good. So good. So good. So good. So good. My favorite. My favorite. I love Vietnamese coffee, but like during the week, my favorite. Where do I get that? I live in Los Angeles. We have a very large amount of Asians that live in different areas. So we have a lot of Asian markets. I live very close to an Asian market, and they have a bunch of this stuff there. So I just pop in and buy a bunch of them. But guys, we've been here for 30 minutes, just about. And Rescue says large Asians. I meant a large population of Asians in Los Angeles, a very diverse area. So guys, oh, Brian, do you go shopping at 99 Ranch? Yes, we have 99 ranches here. We have 99 Ranch and 168 in certain areas. Okay, guys, so we're going to wrap this up. Stay tuned because on Saturday, that's when we party and we do the Q&A. I seriously look forward to the Q&A on Saturday mornings every week, like all week long. I look forward to that. So on Thursdays, we do kind of a shorter live stream, a 30-minute live stream, and we talk about a specific topic today. Thank you so much for conversing with me about limited editions. I just had to get that off my chest. But on Saturday, there's no rules, man. Saturdays, we just go crazy. We talk about anything. Cars, sure, watches, if you want to talk about watches. We talk about the weather, sports, anything you want, guys. That's our time to just hang out. So, guys, thank you so much. Again, today, be safe. It's wet out there. Still, it's not the weekend, but I still want you to tell someone you love them. Okay, tell someone you love them today. You know, be a little uncomfortable, go a little crazy, but be safe. I'm going to start this off, guys. I love you. I love each and every one of you. We are almost at 59,000 subscribers. Probably today or tomorrow, we're going to hit 59,000. That is freaking crazy. And that means we're almost at 60K. That is ridiculous. I love each and every one of you. I'm going to go to a little Hanukkah celebration later tonight. Looking forward to that. So happy Hanukkah, everyone. Be safe. Christmas is right around the corner. So Merry Christmas. I'm excited for that as well. And yeah, have a great day, guys. I love you guys.